Welcome everybody to this fantastic celebration event for Borderlands The Journey So Far. We have such an exciting event planned for you. A little bit later on, we're going to have the chance to look around all the fantastic stalls that are around the back of the room. We're going to have a poetry performance. Tees Dance are performing for us as well. They've created a special routine just for this event, and we're also going to have a creative sector panel. Now they're going to be discussing the importance of Borderlands and the creative arts. So if you don't know about Borderlands, they are amazing, absolutely amazing. Now they support communities in Middlesbrough and Redcar and Cleveland to actively collaborate in making and sharing the rich cultures of our communities. They promote heritage, amplify voices that are rarely heard and often ignored, and they're passionate about radical reimagination and what this area could be. And we support those communities to dream and imagine a better legacy. Let's just take a look at the fantastic work that's been happening and what Borderlands means to the community around us. So here is our journey so far. I'd like to welcome to the stage the Chair of Borderlands Consortium and Head of Business Operations and Community for MFC. Please welcome to the stage, Helena Bowman.
I was going to tell you a bit about Borderlands, but I feel like I don't actually need to now because I think that summed it up really well. From my perspective, sometimes I think, we need to get our name out there more, but that video said it all, and I think we need to make sure we show that in as many places as possible because it really sums it up. In terms of what Borderlands does, I think Rachel mentioned at the beginning, there's a little line in our business plan which says, our goal is to support people to dream and to reimagine a better legacy for this place and for our people. I think that really sums up what Borderlands is about. It is about Middlesbrough and Redcar, and it is about the people in it, and that will continue hopefully for years to come through this project. So thank you for coming and enjoy the day.
Now this afternoon we're going to launch something very exciting. So here to tell us a little bit more about that is our creative producer for Borderlands, Fran Arnold.
Hello everybody. So very much it feels like you've seen the journey so far, and I'm delighted that I have an opportunity to share something of what we hope for the future, which is very much rooted in the community and community groups for Middlesbrough and Redcar and Cleveland. So we are thrilled to launch our Creative Community Awards. This has been bubbling along for a little while, and it's just really nice to know it's all out there, and we're looking for community groups in Middlesbrough and Redcar and Cleveland. You might have some previous arts experience, or you might have never done this before. We want to go on that journey with you, whichever way round that sits for you as a community group. So thank you very much.
It's a real treat for you now because it's time for our first performance of the day. So I'd like to welcome to the stage Zainab Abahoran, who has created a fantastic piece. We saw you in the video saying you'd never written before, so I'm excited to hear all about that journey. This has been created during Pilot Theatre's creative writing workshops.
I'm Zainab Abahoran. During the corona restriction, got a benefit on training, theater therapy, writing, and some art workshop on Zoom. And after I integrate myself actually with a bravely passion to the writing group from the Eva's Women's Group. They introduced me to them. I am so hardworking now by my writing. Messages with the winds. I'm standing against the wind. I am standing against the wind. Have any of my letters arrived to their distance? Have any of my letters arrived to their distance? The borderline plans, it's too clear. it's a clear inviting people to any workshop, any training, to raise their knowledge and their self-esteem, and took them from isolated to be in a part of community. Is delightful. My monologue about different sea and different beaches and different cultures started with Redcar. I'm having two drafts and I want to publish them as a novel. And I used to have, when I was younger, I used to have a bit fears about people well judging my writing. However, nowadays I have no fears, no doubts for actually write anything and put it in a platform as a poem, as a stories, short tales, or novel. Tears coming down, everyone running to hide from rain, the scattered rain under the roof, Redcar Beach.
My name is Alex Summerson and I am a community facilitator and musician for Citizen Songwriters. I go around along with my colleague Sam Slatcher to different places in the region in the northeast, working with different groups to help people tell their stories through music and songwriting. So Citizen Songwriters have been working with Borderlands for quite a few years now, and it's normally my fantastic colleague Sam who comes and does the workshops in the Middlesbrough and South Tees area. So it's a real delight for me to be able to be here today. Today, this is going to be my most enjoyable and rememberable experience. So today, I am writing a song in under 2 hours with every single person in this room through the power of conversation. And I've had some really wonderful responses so far, everything from how people feel about the community to what they feel about arts and culture to the extent that Borderlands themselves have had on them. My creative wish for the future and for the region is accessibility, making sure that our youngest members of our society are able to access arts, are able to access culture and build those aspirations, the sorts of things that I was able to do as a child that made me pursue a career in the creative arts. I feel like there's not enough for our young people these days, and to have organisations like Borderlands do such amazing work with young people it really does lighten the soul to see.
I'm Patricia and I work with Tees Dance. They are a sector support and championing dance in the Tees Valley. So we're here at Borderlands, the journey so far. We've received one of the commissions from Borderlands to deliver our project Move Together. So we're doing a project with families in East Cleveland. We've done taster sessions in Redcar, Loftus and Boosbeck, moving with families. So we've had parents with little babies and siblings dancing together. Today, as part of the journey so far, I gave a little taster session of how we approach creative movement. I got the people moving together inspired by the image of the sea, and we started by doing some waves with our hands and just moving the body gently and mindfully. My creative wish for the region is that people who have had a connection through a Borderlands project know that they can participate in lots of different types of creative things, and that they will have more opportunities and many opportunities in the future to do different things too.
Right, Alex, are you about ready? She's ready. Alex, come on up. She's written a song for us, inspired by everyone here this morning. It started here, new memories, and I feel part of this.
It's Shazia from Noor Fitness. We run Health and Fitness Initiative in Teesside. We did some work with Borderlands where we took some women out to the light show, which is at Stewart's Park, and it was a joint project and it was really good. The women really enjoyed it. a lot of the women didn't have the opportunity to be able to attend something like that, whereas Borderlands kind of made that achievable for them. There needs to be a lot more art, craft, sewing classes, and I think the women, they have a lot of hidden talent, so it'd be really, really good if Borderlands and organisations could work to kind of bring them skills out. It's also good for women's own creativity, but it also can help with employability as well.
Is worth its weight in gold.
I'm Jane Cuthbert and I work for Whip It Up Kick. Work with wellbeing groups in Redcar, Cleveland and Middlesbrough. So we started working with Borderlands on a 6-month project at the International Centre in Middlesbrough, where we set up a new wellbeing group. And we decided to take on creating a huge banner for the centre. The follow-on from the Borderlands project was that we managed to keep funding for a little while longer, and we get involved in making costumes and things for parades. And one of my favourite things is in Middlesbrough, we didn't know how many people were going to turn up to be in our parade, but we literally had everybody turned up and was prepared to dress up, put shell hats on their heads, bounce with jellyfish. There was crabs, there was shrimps, and it was just brilliant. It was really beautiful to see. Arts and health are key to the development of further creativity in the region, and I think it needs a bigger. It needs to be recognised. I've just been having the same conversation about environment. Is that environment and arts are very similar in that it's what people love out of living, is the things that really make them feel excited, part of something and engaged in something, and that's key, and we mustn't lose it. We must carry on being as creative and as imaginative as we can be.
It's underneath our skin, our skin.
I'm Carmen Marcus and I am a writer, a local writer from Redcar. I've been working with Borderlands on a project called Songs and Stories Under a Redcar Sky. I've been working with the incredible storytellers of Redcar, capturing their stories about Redcar past and present, and we've been translating those stories into monologues for performance, and we just had our performance on November the 18th, just last Saturday gone, and it was magical, it was wonderful. The most memorable part of the experience for me was taking people who hadn't written before, and there's a point in a project that you hit where people get their confidence and they discover their voice, and once you hit that tipping point they're away with it, and it was seeing their confidence grow and realise that they have a story to tell, and it's a powerful story to tell. So my dream, my creative dream for the future of this region is that everyone gets the chance to tell their story their own way. We don't need other stories. We don't need anyone else to tell our story for us. That always gets sort of churned up and misrepresented. We know who we are. We know the stories that we want to tell, and they are transformative and they are magical, and all we need to do is give people the tools to do that.
But when you're talking about immigration to the area, one of the reasons that the Tees is internationally protected is because of migrating birds. So we've got it at all levels as well.
The event was absolutely gorgeous. It was incredible to find out about all of the participants, all of the projects, and it really feels like we've got this creative movement going on now. It's been bubbling up for a while, but the real momentum's there.
Is working with Borderlands being different or brought different things out in your practice than your other work, or is it just build on that?
I think Borderlands has been very welcoming, especially to our magazine Sticks and Stones, because it's very difficult when you get into an area and you've got no reference.
What I bring to Borderlands is my experience of working with communities over the years, and sort of the way that I work, and you know, I'm being very lucky to sort of worked since I've gone freelance. I've been very lucky to work with lots of different people and all over the place, which has been amazing.
You know, from your experience, what do artists and creatives need to remember?
I got involved with singer-songwriting workshops, and at Christmas time we went from a group of people our way where we live at East Cleveland, and we went to Middlesbrough and we met with Sam again, and we all pulled together, all of us just meeting up that morning, and we ended up putting together a Christmas song which went on BBC Radio Tees,